You're witnessing the 25th live coverage and watch along on the Indus Corner podcast. It's your host, the legend Ty Finney himself. Y'all know what the slogan is, no BS boxing. I got my co-host and nephew in the building with me, Chris G. What's good?
Just happy to do this boxing again.
Facts. Tonight we are covering Jared Big Baby Anderson versus Prince Charles Martin. This fight is in Toledo, Ohio, in Jared Anderson's backyard.
I'm pretty hype on Anderson.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, and I'm concerned with all that talk he was doing. Saying he didn't want to be in the sport much longer.
Yeah, that's actually fair. He wants to, get in and get out, do as much as he can, get in as much as he can, and then leave the sport. So I'm assuming he's gonna try to get the world title shot within the next couple of years, and then if he wins, probably, and then because he won't go down in weight or anything, so there's nowhere else, higher than heavyweight. So once he gets the belts, then dip, or at least the opportunity.
We got some comments saying, we ain't been live for 5 minutes. We already got some comments. So let me just run it through them. Ryan Hanley in the building, tuned in with us. He says, I don't see this fight going the distance. I don't either. Scotty70 in the building. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Scotty. He said, what's up, fellas? Looking forward to this one. Fats. We all are. Yeah, Ryan and Scotty. So what's y'all's predictions?
I like this fight. Anderson's fighting once Martin's still good, but it's like, he's not what he once was, but I would say him taking this fight at 23 years old, he's taking it way ahead of everybody else.
Facts.
So
I'm not comparing Charles Martin to Mayweather, but Mayweather fought Canelo. He was 36. Canelo was 23, and Martin's 37. So it's a big age difference in this fight.
But I will say, in what do you call it? In heavyweights, they tend to age slower than lighter counterparts.
Facts. So do you consider Anderson like way smaller than most heavyweights?
I'm not gonna say he's on the smaller side, but he's still like he's 6'4". I would say that's like the on the smaller end. He's definitely not small, but that's on the smaller side.
Yeah.
He's like the biggest of the small heavyweights.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it.
Do you want to see him versus Big Baby? Would you want to see that or no?
I would.
Yeah.
Wow, Charles Martin started boxing at age 22, so he started late. He started boxing at 22, and he made it this far. Good for him, man.
At the end of the day, even though he didn't have the belt that long, at the end of the day he still is a former.
Was a former world champion that started at 22, and I think Wilder started at 20, right?
I think Wilder started at 21 or 20, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I thought it was 21.
So those two guys started late and made such a good career. Both of them made such good careers.
Facts. Martin's been in there with a lot of good fighters: Ortiz, Anthony Joshua, Kalnacki. Even though Kalnacki just lost 4 straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you cry when Kalnacki lost, bro?
Bro, I was pissed, dude. I didn't cry, but I was a little emotional inside my head.
Yeah, I think those losses to Hellenius just took a lot out of him, man. Let me run through this comment. Ryan Hanley says, I think Anderson will get the win. I agree. But the thing is, Charles Martin hits hard. And Anderson doesn't have the best defense. So if he's not on his A game with this defense, I can see Anderson having some trouble in this fight.
And Anderson does have the height and reach disadvantage.
Facts.
Like I said earlier, he's on the shorter side or smaller side.
And let's not forget, Charles Martin put down Luis Ortiz. Even though he lost the fight, he still dropped him.
He was up against Luis Ortiz.
Yep. So it says this is Jared Anderson's first time facing a former world champion. That's what I said. At the end of the day, he is fighting a former world champion.
This is not as good of a fight as the original opponent, but this is a bigger name.
That's the same thing I was getting ready to say. And what did you think about? Do you think the guy that fought on the undercard? What's his name again?
Arslanbek, I think Arslanbek, something like that.
Do you think him and since they both fighting on the same card, if Big Baby does win, do you think it could be possibly a build up between them two? You think he's still in his early stages?
They might make that fight, to be honest, because they're both on top rank.
Facts. It'll be easy to make.
I was right, Arslanbek or something like that. I was in the right.
Yeah, he's Russian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some hard names to pronounce.
Anderson needs to be careful not to get caught with something dumb.
Facts. So what's happened on your end? Both guys face to face for me.
45 seconds in.
Okay, wow. What you see?
Anderson's pawing the jab out, trying to take away the jab from Martin.
Scotty says Makhmudov. So that's how you say his name.
Oh, it's Arslanbek Makhmudov.
Makhmudov, okay.
Whatever.
All right. Yeah, Martin does look a lot taller. Do you think Anderson has pressure on him since he's fighting in his backyard? Or you think he's comfortable?
I think he's comfortable.
All right.
Oh.
Every person that Anderson's fought, is tasted defeat, been stopped. He's never went the distance in his career.
Nope.
So even though, Martin's been stopped previously, I still think if Anderson wins, he still makes a statement.
And Anderson is being careful, jabbing and jabbing.
Okay. Yeah, nice jab landed on Martin. Martin better not get high of himself and think of himself as a god in this fight. He may think of himself as a god and boom, get clipped.
I walk this earth like a god. I forgot what he said exactly.
Martin threw like a slap type punch.
Careful.
And since Martin's fighting in his backyard, I feel he's got all the advantages. Anderson has all the advantages on his side.
Besides the reach and the height. But yeah, he's got the home crowd.
Oh.
But sometimes that puts a little bit of pressure on the fighter. Some will take it. Some people don't take it as good.
Yeah, I would hate to see fighters losing their hometown. It's happened though.
That happened to Jared Hurd.
Yep. Jared Hurd's one of them fighters, man. That's just not the same, man. He's from my state, and I ride with him, but Jared Hurd's career just hasn't been the same, man. Let me run through the comment. Ryan Haney says last 15 seconds they were both throwing bombs. Yeah, they were busy at the end of that round. End of round one. Yeah, after this fight's over, man, we got to talk about, this Canelo. 'Cause, Chris, you FaceTime me, Wilton. Salute to my guy Wilton from last one at the bar. He messaged me. Ryan sent me the message too about Canelo and Jermell. So
As soon as I found out about it, I I FaceTimed you.
uh,
I thought I looked at the. I was like, why does Jermall have undisputed belts? I was like, I don't remember him getting undisputed.
mhm. What about this comment? Ryan Haney says Katie Taylor lost at home. It was a big deal for that fight to be in Ireland too. Yeah, when she lost to Chantel Cameron, right? Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I seen that.
yeah. Anything good happening on your end?
Um, Anderson is pretty good at dodging, and I mean he's trying to jab his way in.
Yeah.
He,
It seems like he's coming forward, and Martin is backing up more.
yeah.
And you said Martin got 25,000.
Oh, Martin got clipped, but
Yeah,
he's still good. He's still good though.
I seen Martin threw like a big shot and miss.
Man,
Yeah.
Anderson seems kind of small, man.
That's what I said. Do you feel this fight got a lot of promotion since Charles Martin was like a last minute replacement?
I think it maybe had put more eyes on it just because of the name.
I feel, yeah. I just feel they didn't get a lot of promotion. Like far as like the weigh in and stuff, it didn't seem like too many people were talking about it. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Anderson coming on strong, but Martin's okay. Let me get this guy. PG says P Gibson 24. It says, did the fight start? Yeah, the fight's on the second round. Get ready going to round 3. Never seen you in here before. Who shout out to you. If you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe. Hit that like button, man. We appreciate you rocking in with us.
It's about to go into the third round, Mr. Gibson.
Yeah, appreciate having you in, man. I like new company. Yeah, Mr. Gibson, like, what's your prediction for the fight? If you're still in here, what's your prediction? This is a 10-round fight too. Yeah, sure. The replay. Anderson landed two clean shots, like a left hook followed with like a straight right hand.
Anderson's pretty good at evading.
What would be a good fight if Anderson is successful What about him and Effie Ajaba?
Oh, that would be a good. That would be a good fight.
They both fight on ESPN. But Stephen Shaw, I don't know. I wouldn't say Shaw, but I think Effie Ajaba is a more dangerous opponent.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I think Jabba only comes forward.
Or Frank Sanchez, but he's with PBC, right?
Frank Sanchez is with PBC, I believe so.
Because he beat Effie, so
I think Al dropped Effie.
man, Anderson's back is shiny, bro. It's like somebody sprayed tire shine or something on him, man.
Looks like a WWE guy.
It's shiny, shiny. Charles Martin threw like a big left hook, but he missed.
Is Martin trying to just go last all the rounds? Oh!
What you see?
That's why I was trying to tell him I didn't do anything.
Uh,
You'll see it, bro.
all right. Of course, I didn't mention. Well, I did mention. I will be going to Jerome Boots Ennis versus Roman Villa fight next Saturday, so I'm excited about that. Got my ticket, so can't wait to be in the building for that. Oh, I see it. He got up talking.
That's exactly like Zab Judah, bro.
Yeah, he got up talking. He got up fast though.
Yeah, he got. I think he's good.
Yeah, he good.
He's trying to act like he didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Well, Anderson got a knockdown. So that's a good look for him. You say you like Mason, right?
I do.
I'm hearing people saying he's nothing. Stop hyping him. Ooh, that was a big shot too.
I think Mason's pretty good. He's definitely better than some of the prospects I've seen. Anderson needs to be careful. He's literally dodging the punches by like an inch. Like there's like an inch in between his face and the punches.
Tiger Johnson fought on the undercard too. I think.
I think I missed it.
Yeah. I think that was on not on this card, but like on the undercard.
The preliminary.
Yeah. Ryan Hanley says, I don't think that hurt him at all. Yeah, he bounced right back up, man. So he all right.
Oh, Martin landed something nice. A little bit.
All right. He remind me of Stavern with the ponytail. But man, that's Stavern. You know, Stavern with Don King. Like I said, Stavern's last fight looked similar to Adrian Broner. Man, it looked like he was fighting in like a small church. Man, it looked like 1993 quality TV. Man, it's just bad to see you go from a former champion to that stage, man.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
J Rod, man. You know, we covered J Rod last week. I wonder where he goes from
Oh,
here.
Martin's hurt a little bit.
All right.
Oh, that was pretty fun.
It seems it's same. It's playing out as it was earlier. You know, Anderson's coming forward. Martin's more backing up and just
Martin's doing some good things here and there once in a
yeah.
while.
Uh
He's he's
huh.
he's he's giving.
I see what you're talking about. Anderson trying to come on strong. Like he started getting in his groove there.
He's starting to cut off the ring a little better.
Yeah.
He's actually doing an overall good job cutting off the ring, being responsible.
Martin got to fight like he wants it, man.
Martin's trying to fight.
So we got exactly what 4 weeks for Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Like 28 days. The trainer in Charles Martin's corner looks familiar, man. I don't know what his name is, but I think I seen him in Dominic Brazil's corner. What's up with the, Dominic Brazil, man? I ain't seen him in a minute.
Dominic Brazil. Last time he fought was against Otto Wallin, I think.
Yeah, Ola really, yeah, and he lost. He got beat bad.
Oh, Martin's picking up here a little bit.
All right. Yeah, speaking, since we covered the heavyweight fight, Deontay Wilder saying he sent Andy Ruiz a contract, but it was 70-30.
Oh. Anderson's hurt.
Anderson,
Yeah.
are you serious?
Yeah, a little bit.
I tell you, Martin can crack, man.
Anderson, you gotta.
Yeah, I see it.
Dang.
You said you saw the video I sent you where he was talking to Roy Jones, right?
No, I didn't see it. Oh, are you talking about the? Uh oh.
Did you
Anderson
see it?
might lose this round, dude.
Oh, okay. That might build Martin's confidence.
Yeah.
Charles Martin probably feeling like a god. Oh, two nice shots.
Dang, Anderson got caught again.
Wow. Charles Martin feeling like a god.
The first round Anderson ever lost, dude.
Anderson trying to come on strong though now.
No, bro, you're gonna see here in a second, bro.
It,
Oh man, that was rough.
it,
That was rough. Anderson definitely lost that round.
ooh, nice shot by Martin. Buckled his head back. Oh, I just got a tats. Martin making the comeback. Hey, so Chris, you ever been wrong in your prediction with any fights lately?
Wrong?
Yeah, like any fights that you went for the
A
the
Fundora
opponent
fight?
that lost. Oh, okay. What, against Brian Mendoza?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I actually seen the highlight earlier, man. Mendoza put him down hard, man.
I know.
Oh, Martin feeling like a god. Ryan Hanley says, "Wow, Anderson took some heavy shots. Fats. I'm gonna see the replay. Look like Anderson breathing hard in the corner too.
Yeah.
Ooh, two-piece combination. Two-piece combination and the biscuit behind that.
Man, Martin is still there, man.
Fats.
Martin's experience is showing, man.
Yep. I say he can crack, man. He's got like 20 something KOs and what, like 20 something 6 fights or something like that. He can crack for sure.
Damn, Anderson just lost focus for a second.
Mm-hmm. So we're halfway through the fight.
Yeah, Anderson can't get away with all those athletic moves when it's getting to the middle of the fight.
Mm-hmm. Right, and Anderson still has a knockdown.
You know what, dude? If he fought the other guy, who knows what would have happened?
Who, Jerry Forrest?
No, the other guy, the one that was originally supposed to fight.
Oh yeah, his original opponent. Yeah, for sure. He had some visa issues.
Yeah, and that guy had a lot of knockouts too.
Nope. I remember I was doing the episode with Shane, and Shane asked me who was he fighting. I said I didn't know the guy's name, but
Anderson needs to go back to the basics, bro. He can't be doing all that athletic stuff when he's tired.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I can get an interview with Charles Martin, bro. Maybe I can get it. Maybe I can get it, man.
I think that would be cool.
I gotta keep working, man.
Nothing's impossible, bro.
Facts. Like I said, Jermell Herring is in the building, but we don't see him, but he is in the building. I landed him in my third interview, so.
Man, that was what's up, man. Everyone needs to tune in to watch that, man. Or whenever they have time.
Appreciate it. Still working, man. Still working, but definitely trying to get back to doing some episodes. But my work schedule is crazy busy, man. But I'm still glad we can just go live when we can, man.
I agree. Man, Anderson.
He's not. To me, he's not busy with the combinations like he normally is.
Well, because what's his name is on the back foot. Martin's on the back foot, fully on the back foot. It's hard to land combinations when someone's like
True,
fully on the back foot, just trying to counter.
true.
You lose rounds that way, but if you can crack, you can make it worth it, like he just did like a couple rounds ago.
Mm.
Everyone's gonna say he got exposed. I don't think he got exposed.
Scotty says this looks like it could go the distance. If it does, then this would be Jerry Henderson's first time going the distance. So, at the end of the day, man, Charles Martin is a former champion. He's a tall fighter and he has power. Has Jared Anderson fought any other name? I know he fought Jerry Force. Is there any other guys he fought that was like a name?
I don't think anyone outside Jerry Force.
But he got Jerry Force out of there early, like second round. Jerry Force did land a huge shot on him. Huge shot. Yeah, everybody, we got to talk about this Canelo and Jermell thing. A lot of people was confused, thinking it was Maul.
But Maul, from what I read, Maul pulled out of the fight because he wasn't gonna get in shape, so his brother stepped in.
Yeah, 2 years of inactivity and going in there against somebody like Canelo, that's a no.
So I think actually it's a better fight, to be honest, than the Maul, because Maul was gonna show up fat.
Mr. Gwelton in the building with us. He says, not looking great, got hurt, and now I'm being taken into unknown territory. Okay. Appreciate having you in, Mr. Gwelton, man. I didn't think I would see you, but we glad to have you on, man. Appreciate
you. Yeah. Well, Martin's legit. That's the thing, man. Like I thought at this point he might not have a lot left, but he's got a lot to. He's still got a lot left in him.
Facts at 37. Josie said, my pleasure.
Oh.
Nice left foot thrown by Anderson. Yeah, neither guy's really that busy in this round.
That was a decent round for Anderson. Oh, excuse me. And Anderson's not looking so good, man. And he's not a big heavyweight.
Yeah, he's just throwing like one or two shots at a time. Like you said though, Martin's fighting off the back foot.
Well,
he's just throwing one.
He's gonna retire before the prime of a heavyweight, but as he says, he's definitely got him. He's still got time to improve. So this is not the end all be all.
I wonder why him and Wilder never happened.
That fight would be hilarious, to be honest.
I think Wilder was definitely got him out, but
in like 2-3 rounds, man.
Anderson tried to come on strong at that end of that round. Why nothing really effective, but he tried to come on strong though.
Anderson looks like he's struggling with the reach.
Hmm. Yeah, but Wilder is saying he sent the contract to Andy Ruiz, but Andy Ruiz's father is saying it's 70-30. He wants 50-50. So like everybody in the comment section, do you think Andy Ruiz deserves a 50-50, you know, split or a payday, with Wilder? Wilder's got a lot of successful title defenses. Andy Ruiz, he lost in his first title defense to Joshua. So
I think he deserves 6. It should be 60-40 in favor of Wilder.
I mean, this was supposed to happen. They were in talks way back in like early this year that never came to pass. So
Anderson's a little bit in trouble.
again,
A little bit.
all right. What's the like score? Did they ever show any unofficial scorecards?
I think once I can't. That's when I was 4 rounds in.
Hey, I heard Max Kellerman got let go by, was it ESPN? I read something about Max Kellerman.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, they saying he's not with whoever he was commentating for. He's not with them anymore. But I love Max Kellerman, man. Max Kellerman was awesome commentator to me. He used to be a rapper too.
Oh yeah. I'm not trying to see that again.
Hey, if he can't commentate, man, he can rap then.
I forgot who sent that to me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Martin coming on pretty strong, but Anderson smart to clinch. You at the end of round 8.
Yeah, it just finished.
All right.
Anderson got a little bit in trouble there, and then at least he knows how to tie up. And then I still think Anderson won that round. It's just he got a little bit in trouble. Oh, excuse me again.
So Ryan Haney says, I agree 60-40 in favor of Wilder. Okay. They said Wilder's got all the most of the successful title defenses. And like I said, Ruiz lost the belt in the rematch. So you compare that.
I think also Wilder stayed in shape, not like Ruiz. As soon as Ruiz tasted a little bit of money, dude, he immediately let it all go.
Facts.
When
He went
Wilder
into
got
party
when,
mode.
when Wilder got a bunch of money, he still kept staying in shape.
Yeah, Andy Ruiz went into party mode. He admitted he was just partying and he didn't take training seriously. So yeah, but he became champion, so you can expect him to be real happy and just having fun. But at the end of the day, you got to conduct yourself like a champion if you want to hold on to the belts. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But he did, man. Like I said, those pictures I seen in Andy Ruiz, man, he looked like he lost mad weight.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh man, Martin's throwing a bunch of punches. Oh,
Martin looking good.
Martin's looking good initially, but then got caught with a big shot. But then he took it well.
Uh,
I think Anderson's having a hard time with the size disadvantage.
I mean, Martin's a tall guy, man. Yeah, I forgot Charles Martin fought Gerald Washington.
Yeah. Oh,
Martin landed some decent body shots. Yeah, it's like it's first time Anderson going the distance in his career.
yeah. Nice 1-2 from Anderson. Nice. Man, Martin's is
Ooh,
taking these
nice
punches.
two piece. Nice two piece from Jared Anderson. Both landed clean.
Dang, Anderson got caught last second there.
Mm. Yeah, I can't wait to be in the building for Boots. You know, I never been in this venue before, the Boardwalk Hall, so I'm excited.
I'm happy for you, man. That's gonna be something to look forward to.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be my third time seeing Boots fight live. You know, staying on this Virgil Ortiz fight on the same night, and of course, I seen Virgil Ortiz fight before live, so seeing Boots fight live, seeing Virgil Ortiz fight live, so you know, awesome experience to see both of those guys fight live, and they happen to fight on the same night.
Anderson's not looking like he's having fun in there, man.
Uh, Running through these comments. Ryan Haney says Martin's corner is telling him to let his hands go. Yeah, they both to me, they both aren't active as they should be. Like Anderson throws way more combinations than he's doing tonight. And yeah, like I said, Martin, he's not fighting like he wants it. You know, at 37, you know, he's got to go all out. You know what I mean?
If this goes a distance, Martin still has something left in him still, even if he loses.
Right. I agree. Um, Joseph says he says people saying he could be in a title fight, nowhere near it.
Yeah, he's nowhere near.
Yeah. He'll have to.
He has to improve.
Yeah, he has to take some more fights for sure before he gets a title shot. Like I said, I think Effie's a good fight. Stephen Shaw.
He might lose to Effie, to be honest.
Yeah, Effie got that. Effie got that. You know, one hitter power, but
Oh,
I don't like his new look either, man. Maybe ball hit it or something now,
yeah.
or he's just clean cut.
I didn't even recognize him right away.
Right. Yeah, they cut the braids off. So everybody in the comments said, which fighter are y'all more interested in next week? Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis or Boots versus Ramon Villa?
I
Both,
think. Oh, go ahead.
both a good fight. You
But
know,
I think Ortiz versus Stanionis is more competitive though.
and like I said, they're fighting in a bigger state. Um, I'm sure the venue's bigger because a lot of the venues in Atlantic City aren't big. So I'm sure the venue. I don't know what arena. I know they're fighting in San Antonio, so I'm sure it's a huge arena in San Antonio.
Whoa. The Anderson with a fighter that's bigger than him, he does not do good. Well, he does.
He tried to come on strong.
Yeah, and then he gets caught at the last like 8 seconds, dude. And then Anderson gets really hurt last 8 seconds.
Mm.
At least he has the energy to fight more rounds.
Mm.
He is not anywhere near a title shot.
Same thing Joseph said. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Anderson got hit with a big shot last like 10 seconds.
Oh, I saw it. Wow. It looked like his legs wobble too. Yeah, it looked like his legs wobble. Joseph says C minus, but he got the win and can see where he needs to improve and what to work on. And it says they don't want to rush him. Okay.
According like the most heavyweights last until their late 30s, even early 40s. So it's like if he wanted to keep fighting, he's got 16 years in the heavyweight division at this point. If he wanted to go past 27 years old, so he's got plenty of time to
Yeah. He's
work
only
on it.
23. Yeah, he's only 23.
So he could definitely improve from here. He just relies on so many unconventional tactics. Like that's what got Roy Jones knocked out because he would rely all those on those reflexes and stuff like that. But eventually that goes, and the ones that stick to the basics are going to be the ones that last into their late 30s. That kind of style that Jared Anderson has does not last a long time.
Yeah.
Like if you have that style and that's your main thing, you should probably retire in your early 30s at the latest.
Hey, speaking of Roy Jones, man, I was saying that he supposedly fought that guy, that big muscle guy, NDO champ, whatever his name is.
I don't even know what was up with that, dude. To be honest.
Yeah, I wasn't paying that no mind, but I kept seeing their face off and them talking trash to each other. And Roy Jones is like 54, man. He needs to call it a day with all that stuff he's doing.
Yeah, just some guys can't let it go, man.
Yeah, I
Some
mean,
people just
I know he got a nice payday when he did the exhibition with Mike Tyson, but and Floyd is 46, still doing these exhibitions.
none of these guys need the money though. It's just do it because they can't let go.
Facts. But I'm sure Mayweather and Roy Jones got plenty of money. It's just that, yeah, like
No,
you said, they just can't let it go, man.
bro, he can live like 5 lives and still have all that money, dude. So it's like even Roy Jones has a lot of money too. So it's like
Yeah, yeah,
I think for their health they shouldn't do that,
facts.
but they can't. It's that they don't need the money. They just want to do it. They just want to box, man.
Facts. When I had Mike No Joke stored on, he was saying, I was asking him like, and other people asked him because I'm friends with him on Facebook, and other people asked him, they was like, "Hey man, would you give it a go?" He's like, "Man, I'm done with fighting, man." He said, I don't got the passion to do it anymore." Like some fighters know when to stop, some don't. If that's the way to say it. Brian Haley says, I still think Tyson and Jones both held back when they fought. Yeah, it was an exhibition, man. It wasn't a real fight. You know, a lot of people. I will say, a lot of people bought that fight. A
Dude,
lot of.
Jones, his sides were hurting after that fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh.
put Mike Tyson put barbecue sauce on those ribs, dude.
Yeah, a lot of people. I remember, man, when that happened. A lot of people bought that fight, but they were expecting. They were expecting to see the Mike Tyson. Oh, that was just impossible to happen.
He had little, yeah, little moments in there like the old Mike
Yeah,
Tyson, but
right. Yeah,
I
and
think he did it. Tyson did that to have a good time.
yeah, yeah.
By unanimous decision.
So Anderson got it.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of said it.
Like I said, we got like this. July is going to be a stat month, man. Like I said, we got Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, we got Inoue, Cool Boy Fulton. I think I seen something with Frank Martin. I'm not sure who his opponent is, but it's saying Frank Martin's supposed to fight this month too.
Bro, and then Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis.
Alicia Baumgartner.
Oh yeah, she's fine too. But Alicia Baumgartner takes like 2-3 rounds off every time. Every time she throws one combination, bro, she takes like 2 rounds off. Remember that?
And they said, Montana Love and Richardson Hitchens was supposed to be on the undercard, but of course that got pushed back. But that fight to me needs to be a main event. So since it's pushed back, hopefully we can see them as a main event and not on somebody's undercard. I would love to see them as a main event. You think the video was funny that Montana Love did?
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Dude spilled his chocolate milk on his shirt and took off running. And of course, Savannah Marshall fought earlier this year against Franchon. She won by decision. So, she got some belts. And, Carissa Shields saying, if she wants the rematch, it's got to be in the States. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
That is fair.
Like she went to her hometown and beat her. So Savannah Marshall should return the favor. But like, where do you think that fight should happen at? Like Vegas or New York?
I think New York or Vegas. Or
Texas, Cali. I think Vegas or probably Vegas.
Or maybe California.
Yeah, California.
I don't know if it's a Vegas. I don't think it's a Vegas
because
fight.
it's women's boxing. Like, but it's like the biggest names of women's boxing. And we already seen it before. So I would say maybe New York and Cali. So Jared Anderson goes the distance for the first time in his career. 15 wins, 14 knockouts. And Charles Martin in good spirits,
Yeah, he did good.
He's giving him his props. Yeah, so Jared Anderson definitely got some work to do, man.
100%.
Especially if he's going to be fighting bigger guys, he's definitely going to have some work to do. Like Effie's a tall fighter who can crack. I think him and Frank Sanchez is a good fight, but of course they don't. I think Frank Sanchez is with PBC, so. What you?
Oh, go ahead.
Now, so I was going to ask you, what do you think about Tim Tszyu? Where does Tim Tszyu go from here since Mel's fighting Canelo?
Well, they better pay him that step aside money, dude. They better pay him that, or try to sue, man. If I was Tim Tszyu, I'd be trying to sue everybody.
who would pay him to step aside money though?
Uh,
Is it Al? Like when you hear about
Ooh.
these fighters taking step aside money, who's the one that's paying them to step aside money?
Likely whoever's running the show. So I don't think the sanctioning bodies are doing that. So okay, excuse my casualness when it comes to this, but I think it would likely be maybe Team Canelo would be Al, somebody because they're taking away Tim Zoo's rightful opportunity as the mandatory by doing this fight. So somebody's got to pay that man, dude, for that.
It has to be Al, man, because Canelo's signed with Al now, and
Yeah,
Jermell is signed with Al,
yeah,
so it's got to be Al.
it's got to be like because Tim Zoo can have a case to sue for not letting him have an opportunity at the mandatory.
You know, he's been wanting his shot for a minute, so I know he's disappointed. And what he tweeted, what, um,
Canelo's ducking Benavidez and Jermell's ducking him.
uh, Jamel ain't. Do you agree? Do you believe Jamel ain't ducking if he take Canelo's a bigger fighter than Tim Zoo.
Yeah, but it's not at his weight class and it's not his mandatory. I'm not gonna say he's duck. He's just taking a good opportunity. I'm not gonna say duck. He's just taking a good opportunity.
Facts.
Um. But Tim Zoo has definitely he has grounds to sue at this point. Uh.
And the
So
thing is,
and if he takes step aside money, he can't sue. But if he doesn't take it, he can sue.
shoot, I would be honest. Shoot, I would love to take millions of dollars to not fight somebody. Shoot, that's a nice handout. If I can fight and get millions of dollars and not fight, get millions of dollars, shoot, I ain't fighting. I'm chilling.
Where's my
That's free money.
step aside money? I'm not
That's
willing
free
to
money.
fight.
That's free money, man. But I mentioned this before. Okay, he stopped Tony Harrison, but this is something that's happened to Tony Harrison multiple times, and he stopped Carlos Ocampo in the first round, and we've seen Spence do that. So what he's doing to these guys is nothing new.
Well, I would say he did it slightly better than Spence because Spence actually hit him with a low blow prior to that stoppage. Um, uh, what do you call it? Plus, I'm pretty sure Carlos Ocampo was like 21 years old when he took that fight.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
go ahead.
yeah, I honestly thought Carlos Ocampo would did better than that, man. I mean, first round KO, man. Come on, he did
Like,
one hell of a job against Fundora,
yeah,
and Fundora can crack.
man, Fedor was hitting him with everything, dude. But I think it was a shot he didn't see when Tim Zoo hit him.
Mhm. Let me run through these comments. My guy Ty, what's up, brother? Man, Anderson looked bad tonight. Defense is way too leaky. My guy John Boy 714. Oh man, what's up, man? Glad to have you in, man. It's my main man from Boxing Traffic. What's good with you, man? Salute to you. Yeah, Anderson's definitely got a lot of work to do, man. He's especially, well, at the end of the day, Charles Martin is a tall guy, got a lot of power. So he fought a good opponent in Charles Martin, but he's definitely got a lot of work to do, going forward. If he wants a title shot, he's definitely got to improve on a lot of things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, John Boy says yes, sir. Said, hey man, hey John, man, you got to get everybody from Boston Traffic to hop in here, man. I be trying to get all those guys to come in for a minute, man. Like Boston Traffic, my number one Boston group, man. Hey John, man, who you got next week between Virgil Ortiz, Stanionis, and Boots versus Roman Villa?
I think Roman and not Roman. I think Boots and Villa. I think Boots should win spectacularly, and then Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis is. I think Virgil should win, but it's gonna be a lot harder fight for Virgil than Villa to Boots, because Villa's the come forward fighter, and Boots will tee off on him, and what you call it? Stanionis is a really good overall boxer, so Virgil Ortiz has definitely got to prepare really well for him.
Yeah, for sure. Like, of course, this fight was pushed back multiple times. First time Stanionis had some kind of injury.
It was appendicitis.
Yep. So he was in the hospital getting that squared away, and then Virgil Ortiz, of course, he had the illness thing. So
He had the illness that kept coming back. Ram. I can't even say the word, man. I'm not even gonna try.
yeah, and he's had it before. So
Yeah.
so this fight, it's definitely had some postponements, but it's finally happening next week. Uh, I think that is the bigger fight, though. John, he said, I will. He said, I will, bro. Promise. All right, man. I love to see everybody in here, man, for sure. And hey, John, man, I will be in the building for Boots and Vermontville. I got my tickets for that, so yeah, I'll be in the building next Saturday, man. Can't wait. And I mentioned before, this will be my third time seeing Boots fight live. And I actually met Boots twice, so this would be my fifth time in the building with Boots. Uh, John says, I think Bruce is going to outclass him as well. Yeah, to me, Bill is just too slow, man. He's too slow. Even though he got power, he's slow, man. Like Rashidi was tapping and tapping him, but Rashidi don't got pop like that. So I think Rashidi tired himself out, going into that last round. And that gave Veer the opportunity to put him down twice.
I still thought Rashidi won that fight by like a point or two.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, the next one I think he mentions Virgil. Yeah, he mentions Virgil.
Yeah, he says Virgil Stanionis has a ton of question marks with both guys having issues outside of the ring and being off for a while. Yeah. He got some good points there.
Yeah, you know what? I actually don't like this fight because I like both guys. Like, I do not want to see either guy lose. So I'm a Stanionis fan, but Virgil's likely gonna win that fight. But who knows how both are gonna be health wise because both had health issues
Facts.
and both had a pretty long layoff, both of them.
Yeah. Facts. But I like Stanionis, man. I just felt so bad what he did to my boy Justin DeLoach, man. I don't know if you seen that fight.
Yeah, I've
Yo,
seen it.
yeah, he put some serious body shots on DeLoach, man. DeLoach was a pain in that fight, man.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
Yeah, and I honestly thought that Battaglia would beat Stanionis, but Stanionis proved me wrong, man.
I actually thought Stanionis would win that fight.
Mhm.
I like Stanionis, but Stanionis was the slight underdog in that fight.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so definitely got those two fights to look forward to. Uh, Run through this comment. He says, "What do both of you think about Crawford Spence?" Let me hear it. Chris, you go ahead, go first.
All right, I think Crawford's probably gonna win that fight, and he's the favorite to win that fight officially. I think Crawford has more to his game than Spence. I've seen Spence do the same exact thing his entire career. I've seen Crawford fight different in a lot of his fights. What do you call it? I think I think Spence and I think Crawford will win the mid range and the outside. And but if it gets in close, I think Spence will have the advantage. Um, uh, I think Crawford will. I'm not gonna say definite, but I think Crawford will win. I think Crawford will win. Maybe late stoppage, maybe a decision. And I think politically it's gonna favor Spence because he's the in-house fighter. He's been inside. He's been with the PVC for a long time. Crawford has like whatever type of deal with the PVC. So if it goes to a decision, I think if it's close, they're gonna always gonna give it. They're gonna give it to Spence.
Yeah, that's fair. My prediction, man. Only thing I can say is, man, July 29th, man, we're gonna be eating fish. It's gonna be a fish fry, man. It's gonna be a fish fry, man. We're gonna be eating. Feel me? But yeah, man. I just feel Crawford just got he's got more tools in the toolbox, man. He just he could switch it up. And and Spence, we seen when Spence get caught. We seen Spence get caught by Ugas. He didn't know where he was at. And, Crawford can crack. So I just feel that if Crawford cracks Spence, what's gonna happen then? Right? Spence can crack as well. So
and Ugas doesn't even crack like that. He's got like 10 knockouts, 11 knockouts, and like 25 plus fights, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And Crawford can finish you off. Like we saw what he did to Sean Porter. He put him down, then put him down again. So I think Crawford, he's a better finisher. I think he's a smaller guy, but I just going for Crawford, man. That's just me. John, what's your opinion on it? Let me hear what you got to say, man. Said this is your first time tuning in.
There's a lot of pro Spence comments I got to come back to. So Crawford has to win.
My brother's going for Errol Spence. And, he keeps using the fact that Crawford went down by a Mean Machine.
He did go down by Mean Machine. But Mean Machine can punch though. He's had like 20 knockouts and 20 something fights or something like that. He had a big KO ratio. Mean Machine.
But that fight with Crawford and Gamboa, I know it was old, but man, that was like a back and forth scrap, man.
That was fun.
Yeah, for sure. Let me get into Johnny Boy's comments. He says, "Man, I love both of y'all predictions, and I totally agree. Crawford is too diverse and has too many dimensions. I really think Bud will have Spence timing down after 3 or 4 rounds and start to hurt him." All right,
that's solid. I can agree with that. What do you call it? And also they both have a common that they were losing. To me, Crawford was losing to Porter on the cards before the stoppage, and then I thought it was either a draw or Crawford was losing, and then I thought Spence could have lost to Porter that first fight. Like the first 6 rounds, Spence almost lost every single one of them. Mm-hmm. And so that's why one of the judges even had Porter up. And so if it wasn't for that knockdown, I think Spence could have lost that fight.
Facts. Like I'm sure everybody can agree with that. And I always mention, man, I met Porter. I've always mentioned, man, Porter just got a style that I would be uncomfortable with, man, especially with the Keith Thurman fight, man. Like Porter pushing you all on the road, throwing punches from all angles, man. Even though he don't have power like that, he's just one guy I wouldn't want to fight.
He's a guy that leads with his head sometimes, or a lot. So
yeah, facts. He's all all this going on like that.
Yeah.
He's tricky, man. John Boy, he says, with clean, precise punches. He said, start to hurt him with clean, precise punches. Mr. Grubb says Crawford's ruthless finisher. If he can get him in trouble, like Gas did, then he can finish it. What's he saying? If he can get him in trouble like Gas did, I'm not catching what he's saying.
Let's see. Crawford, if you can get him in trouble like
Ugas.
Oh, Ugas. Yeah. He can fit. Yep.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, if he does if Crawford does what Ugas did, Crawford going in for the kill.
Dude, what do you call? Crawford's a lot better over a boxer than Ugas, and has more power than Ugas.
Facts.
So and moves around better than Ugas. I think Ugas fought the wrong fight, dude. He kind of just stood there blocking the punches and trying to counter. And he would eat like 5 to throw like 1. Like he would block 5. But I mean, those punches still will hurt you. You can't block every single one of them. 1 or 2 of them are going to get in. And so I think he fought the wrong fight against Spence, just standing there blocking him. What do you call it?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to support, and I'm definitely going to buy the fight.
Let's see. What is Johnny Boy says another thing?
Yeah, he says Spence is great at what he does, but he's too basic, and Crawford IQ is too high.
You know what, dude? That's exactly. Spence is does everything good, but he has nothing like extra that he does. I don't know how to make. I think maybe his body shots are like the extra thing, maybe.
Mm,
But besides that, he just does everything good. Like I don't think he has anything great about him. He doesn't have like over the top footwork. He doesn't have over the top power. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have over the top defense. It's just everything's good. I can't name anything that he does great. And then Crawford has a couple things that he has great going for him, like his adjust his IQ. His IQ is great, and his footwork is great. Um, and his ability, I know I said ability to adjust, and his footwork is over the top, is like really good, and his switch hitter hit thing. And then Spence just does everything good.
mm.
Like I can't think of anything he has that gives him that extra push.
And if I'm not mistaken, Crawford has all stoppages since like 2016.
Everything at 147 has been stoppage.
See, and like his power, that just tells you that his power is legit.
Even though he has a weaker resume at 147, I still think he fought decent enough names. Uh,
Brooke, Porter, Mean Machine,
Jose Benavidez Jr.
oh, Benavidez. I was gonna say Benavidez. Yeah, so he's fought decent guys, man. Was one guy that I didn't really like the fight. He put him down with a body shot, and the guy went down hard. Man, I forget what his name was though.
You talking about Julius Ndongo?
Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, he went
That,
down hard, Joe.
that was like at 140, I think. That was before
Okay,
147.
that
That's
was
when he
before.
won his undisputed titles, I think.
Okay,
The
gotcha,
Julius Ndongo actually had a decent run. Uh,
gotcha. And he fought. Did he fight him in Amir Khan?
he did fight Amir Khan.
Okay. See. Yeah, and Mr. Gwilt, he corrected and said Ugas. Uh, said like Ugas did. Uh, John Boy, he said Spence is very flat-footed. If you don't let him plant his feet, he can't get full leverage on his power. I think Bud would pick up on this and use his footwork and counter punching and frustrate Errol.
You know what, dude? I'm actually, now that you say that, they're saying Crawford is a very slight favorite, dude. I think he should be a bigger favorite than he is now,
Yeah,
thinking about that. Because, yeah, Spence is pretty flat footed, but he does all the basics good. Like, his style will last a very long time. Like, he doesn't rely on, he just relies on the basics and does them pretty good, really good. Um,
yeah,
and sometimes the basics is all you need to beat other you can beat somebody that has like the extra thing, the thing that they have great going for them, but they might have a flaw. They might have do some of the basics they don't do that good. Like somebody can have crazy power, but their basics, their feints and all this, it's all bad. But if they land a shot on you, it's over or whatever. Like Wilder. Wilder has that crazy power, but his basics is flawed. So that's how. And then someone with good basics could probably beat Wilder if they don't get caught. And then Spence does all the basics good, and that's why he was beating he beat Danny Garcia. He beat Ugas. He beat Sean Porter. They had some good things going for them, but Spence
mm-hmm.
has every boxing quality like B level, B plus.
Yeah,
Um, there's guys who have some things that are A's, some things that are C's, but Spence has everything B plus.
yeah. And let's add the fact, he fought a smaller Mikey Garcia and he couldn't stop him. And that somebody made a meme where it said you hit Mikey Garcia 375 times, you didn't even hurt his feelings. I was like, oh, that's cold, yo.
He did. He couldn't stop a 135. You
Yeah.
know what? Credit to Jeff. I got this from him, but he said that fight was a mistake for Mikey Garcia because Mikey's money shot is the jab straight right hand.
Mm.
and he was fighting a southpaw, so he was gonna have a harder time landing that shot on Spence, and so there was basic it was a disaster from the start, in my opinion, for Mikey Garcia to take that fight with Spence.
Yeah, I knew a couple of guys that went out to that fight. But yeah, man, like and Spence, the thing with Spence, like even though after that car accident, that was a bad car accident, but he did very, very good in his first fight back against Danny Garcia. So credit to him. You know,
That
you know,
long layoff and the accident, and then he beat someone like Danny Garcia.
facts. Yeah, so credit to him on that.
Danny Garcia did land some good punches on Spence, though,
Yeah, for
here and
sure.
there.
Let me run to this next one. He says, agree. Don't be surprised if this fight off the bat looks similar to Oscar and Trinidad. The way Oscar was totally schooling him and making him look foolish. The difference is Bud will finish the fight. Facts. Bud, like I said, man, Bud's power is legit, man. He got serious power.
They've got a rematch clause in that thing, so I think I wonder if Spence gets stopped pretty badly. I wonder if he's going to activate the rematch clause.
Yeah. Man, hey, John, man, I seen you posting in the group about Jermell and Canelo. At first, I know you thought it was Jamal, but yeah, it's Jermell. It's Jermell and Canelo. So like before we close this out, man, give me your thoughts on that. Canelo got a 3-fight deal. PBC 100 million, but of course he's taking on Jermell in September. Do you like the fight? Do you like the fight? And who you going for? Maul, man. To me, it wasn't a good move for Maul, to take this fight, coming off inactivity for 2 years and going against a guy like Canelo. That's just a no. But Mel's a dog, man.
Yeah,
Mel's a lion for real. So
yeah, man. There's no way Jermall was gonna even be in half the shape he's ever been in taking that fight. Mel's a better fight at this point. Mel's a better fight
that
than Maul, a way better fight. And so, but the 3-fight deal he signed, bro, it's gonna be Mel, then it's gonna be Maul after a tune-up, and then, and then it's gonna be somebody not Benavides.
man, somebody was saying that Demetrius Andrade is probably pissed. Like he to me he needs to fight Caleb Plant. I don't know why Caleb Plant ain't announced who he's going to be fighting, but he was supposedly supposed to have a big announcement, but I haven't seen anything about that yet.
Caleb Plant and Andre need to fight each other, man. And I think Plant would be the favorite to win that fight.
Yeah,
I think Plant still has looked decent. He looked decent against Canelo. He was decent against Benavides. He brutally knocked out Durrell. So
I
so and then what's it? Andrew just has bad after bad after bad performance, bro.
yeah. I would favor Caleb Plant to win too, but my gut wants Andre to win, but I favor Caleb Plant too. It's just Andre just never gets his moment, man.
Uh, Part of it is his fault for turning down all the big fights, man.
Yeah, due to small purses. Let me run through this. John Boy says, bro, I don't even know what to say about this fight. What weight? Jermell has never fought above 154, and Canelo is 68 to 75 right now. I think Canelo is way too big and strong for him.
Actually,
But
Mel's actually bigger than Canelo in every way, dude. I think Mel's bigger than him in overall size. Mel's bigger than him. Well, Mel's taller than him. He's like 6 foot, and he has 73 reach. He's got 3-inch reach on him and about 4.5-inch height on Canelo. So Canelo's just small for the weight class. Mel's big for 154. Canelo's small for 68. And I thought 68 was already pushing it for Canelo, to be honest. What do you call it? Honestly, like no matter what weight this is at, I don't think Mel should be above 162 for this fight, no matter what weight it is, because uh, you don't want him too bloated for the fight. And then the other thing is that he needs to at least still be near 150. Only he shouldn't blow up too much in weight because then he'll have a hard time making 154. If win or lose the fight, he'll have a hard time making 154. And I think it's still a good fight. I think because Canelo's slowing down, Jermell hasn't yet shown any signs of slowing down. So also Canelo's been a pro for way longer than Mel. So
Yeah, and to follow up with that, like I was agreeing with John, boy. I felt that Canelo, like overall his size was bigger, but like you broke it down and you said Mel was actually, taller and got longer reach. So but like it's the same thing I said with Caleb Plant. I said I was just like when everybody was talking about Caleb Plant and Canelo fighting, I was like, Plant is small, but when they came face to face and everything, I was like, damn, Plant is big dude.
Bro, Mel is like almost the same size as Plant, dude.
Okay.
So it's like, and then oh, I see Johnny Boy's commenting another comment.
Yeah. Hey, man, Johnny Boy, man, you gotta share this link in the group, man. Just be like, hey, man, everybody need to check out Ty's podcast, man. I be trying to, like I said, man, I'll be posting my links, but it don't seem like nobody really be trying to get on here.
Yeah, Canelo's he's not completely faded, but I would say Canelo's like 75%, 80% of what he was.
Yeah, cause then you said he should have got John Ryder out of there, but even though John Ryder is a tough opponent for anybody.
Yeah, John Ryder is a really good opponent, top 3, and has beaten and has also went toe to toe and had close decision losses with the best of the best, but or even deserved to win, and has won. But I will say his style fit Canelo more than his style against the other guys. Like Canelo, I thought Canelo was gonna get him out of there in 4 or 5 rounds. I mean, more on that's good of Canelo. I'm not trashing Ryder because what do you call it? If Ryder's style was perfect for Canelo, but Ryder's style gives hell to a lot of good fighters out there. But I thought he fit, and I thought he was gonna stop in the 5th round, but Canelo looked like he was tired by that second half.
Yeah, but like, bro, I couldn't even focus on the fight, man, because when we were live, that live was just so
hectic. Yeah,
that live is hectic, man. I was like, the comment section was bad. I couldn't focus on the fight. You and Chase were going back and forth, man. So,
yeah.
Let me run through there. He said, I hear you, but we have seen Canelo hurt and stop 168 to 175 pounders. How would Jermell react when he gets hit by someone like Canelo?
That's actually fair.
Like Castano was pushing him back in the first fight.
Yeah, and Canelo's bigger than Castano. I'll say that. It hits harder than Castano, and is a better overall boxer than Castano.
Yeah. And,
so I will say, I would say Canelo the favorite. I would say the thing that's likely to happen is probably Canelo by late stoppage or decision against Jermell. I think that's what's likely going to happen.
Hey man, I gotta disagree with you, man. I mean, I feel Canelo is the favorite, man, but I think he's stepping into the lines, then, bro.
I think the next day I'm gonna wake up to your account saying user not found, man.
Oh, you gonna do me like that, bro? That's messed up. Hey, Maul is the line from the Wizard of Oz. He's the scare lion, but Mel is the real lion, man. He said, I got you. I will make sure everyone comes into your next live. Yeah, like, man, hey, John, man, like, pretty much when the fight comes on every weekend, I pretty much try to cover it. But like I said, man, next weekend I will be in the building for Boots and Ramon Villa, so I won't be going live. But like, I'm definitely trying to, get back to doing some episodes, man, for sure. Yeah, like last thing, like we close it out, man. John, what you think about, Wilder and Andy Ruiz? Wilder is saying, he sent the contract to him for 70-30, but Andy Ruiz's father is saying that he wants it 50-50. So do you think Andy Ruiz and Wilder is like 50-50? Do you think it's 70-30? Do you think it's like 60-40? And like who you got in the fight?
I've seen some stuff about Joshua and Wilder recently too, as well.
What
So
about them happening?
yeah, I
Yeah,
seen a little bit.
man, I was hearing December, but it don't seem like it seemed like that was just like
Cap.
I was hearing like first I was hearing Joshua and Yusuf, Saudi Arabia and Water. I was hearing Ferry and Yusuf in Saudi Arabia and Water and Joshua. All those guys in December in Saudi Arabia, but it don't seem like that's gonna happen. Right.
I think Fury's capping, dude.
Yeah, Ferry's always capping, man. It's like it's hard to believe anything Ferry says, man. It's like he wants these fights, and then you just see him on Instagram or social media talking a lot of trash, saying something about this fighter didn't want this sign or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it seems like Ferry just doing a lot of talking, man, but not getting no fight sign. Uh, uh, John Bush said, I think they picked Ruiz because he has a name and recognition, former champion. Give him the 50-50 and just get the fight done, man. Rado needs a fight badly. Facts, man. He's only had one round since October. So
They're getting millions either way, bro. Like, what difference does it make at this point?
facts. And then you said Rado tried to price himself out, earlier this year. Like him and Ruiz were supposedly supposed to happen earlier this year, but Rado wanted more than what he was getting offered or something like that.
I think Ruiz was pricing himself out at one point.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I don't know, man. It's like
Well, well, they both with PBC, so it shouldn't be this complicated to make, in my
nope.
opinion.
I think Al Heyman should be like, you better fight or you're never gonna fight again.
Yeah, I mean, look at all these other fights that's happening. We got Spence and Crawford, we got Tank and Ryan. We had Foy, Fulton and Ruiz coming up. I mean, so like fights are happening, man. So we getting a lot of 2023 has been a good year for fights, man. So I think they'll work it out. But yeah, this fight just needs to go ahead and happen, man. Because
Oh,
it's July, so if this fight doesn't happen by next month or September, if it happens October, then Wilder been out the ring for a year.
the only thing that would make this year better is if people were fighting 3 times a year. That would only thing better. It's like you see them once, and it's like, man, that's like you almost forget about them for how long they're out.
Yeah, and that's why I said, man, credit to Tank, fighting Hector Garcia in January, then fighting Ryan in April, and credit to Caleb Plant fighting Darrell last October, then fighting Benavides and what was it, February?
No,
Was it
March.
March? See, and both. So you got two good names on PBC that both fought in like a under 6 months time frame or so. But well, yeah. Salute to Caleb playing Tank, but Tank will be getting out in about a month, so we'll see what happens with him moving forward.
I hope Tank fights for one more time this year.
Yeah, I would love to see that, man, for sure. That's the thing, once he get out of jail, is he gonna try to get a fight lined up, or is he gonna try to just sit on the sidelines,
I,
just
I think he should just take something, bro. Like I know I criticize him and stuff, but I think since he fought 2 decent fighters this year, I think if he wanted to fight a so-so guy, I think you know let it slide just to stay active. Like for me, it's like I'd rather somebody fight 3, 4 okay people than just one time once, and then just once anybody. Like
I feel
if you
you.
I'd say just get the next best person and then get the next best person and the next best person. Just keep it going, man. Just don't wait around.
Yeah, facts. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, Tank gets out in about exactly a month. Uh, Mr. Grunt says 2023 great for boxing, really bad for heavyweight. Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's been an awesome year,
Well,
man.
actually, I like Zhe. I don't know how to say his name. Zhe Li Zhang. When he beat uh
Joe Joyce.
Joe Joyce, bro. They're rematching in September. I'm actually looking
Yep,
forward to that.
yep.
I am heavily looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I didn't catch the fight because I had my that was my dad's birthday weekend, so I was at a party for my dad. So
Uh, I,
hopefully I can catch the rematch, man.
I caught that fight, dude. That was really fun to watch.
Yeah, and I honestly was wrong in my prediction, man, because I was going for Joyce, but Zhang proved me wrong,
I
man.
was going for Zhang, bro, all the way.
Nah, I just felt that what everybody's saying how he looked so gassed against Herkovich. I just thought that maybe
I
he'll
thought he beat.
tire out.
I still thought he beat Herkovich. That's the thing.
Yeah, a lot of people said that too. They just said like
I,
his gas tank was just like
if he
completely
had,
on E.
if he had one or two more rounds of gas in him, bro, he would have outright won that fight.
Yeah, what's Herkovich doing?
A whole lot of nothing, dude.
Let me run through this next one. John Boy says your co-host is just as knowledgeable as Utah. Good stuff, man. Definitely need to get your YouTube channel more popping. You guys know boxing, and I've seen so many on YouTube that don't. Salute to you, man. Like me and Chris G, man, we come on here, man. We give everybody something special, man, for sure.
I feel like those YouTube channels know boxing, but they purposely are biased. Some of those guys, just for the views, just for the. Uh, but I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Salute to you, man. Like I said, man, John Boy, the feedback, man, the feedback is awesome, man. The feedback is, what keeps me going, man. I've had this podcast for just about a year now. So, all the feedback, all the subscribers, I talked to so many people off camera, that like the channel, man. So, the feedback is definitely what keeps me going, man. I definitely can't do this without the subscribers, without you guys for sure, man.
I can't wait for the Inoue fight. To be honest with you, bro, he's like my third favorite fighter. So I I cannot wait for him to sleep Fulton.
It's a sleeper.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
Man, shoot, Ford might as well dig a early grave, man. That's my opinion. He might as well dig a grave, man.
Bro,
Uh,
it's that's the thing. If he struggled with Figueroa, which Figueroa is does not have any. I mean, okay, I like Figueroa. I'm actually a fan of Figueroa, and I seen him. He was standing right in front of me at the last fight I went to live. But his basics are really flawed. But I mean, what he does works for him, and I actually thought he beat Fulton, and I think if Fulton struggled that bad against Figueroa, and Inoue has a lot of things going for him. He's a good boxer. He's pretty good defensively, and he has a lot of power. I think he's gonna be in for a rough night. I would say, unless he completely backpedals the whole time and doesn't do anything. I mean, he's just gonna lose a decision. But in order for him to win a fight against Inoue in his backyard, he's got to fight. He can't just backpedal the whole time, or he's not gonna win rounds.
facts, facts. I agree with that 100. And yeah, like I said, man, if he's not somewhere far away training, I would expect to see him next week because Boots and Fortune are like this, man. They're real close, so I would expect to see him in the building. So if he is in the building, I'm gonna definitely try to rap with him. I've been in the building with Kuboy two times now. So uh John Boy says, I thought Figueroa beat Fulton. Also, I did too, man. I agree. I agree with that 100, man. I felt Figueroa won that fight. Like I said, me and Chris talked about this all the time. I felt uh, Fulton got hurt multiple times in that fight. He was uncomfortable in that fight, but he did mess up, Figueroa's face real bad. But I felt that he really lost that fight.
I would say Fulton landed the cleaner shots, a lot of
Mhm.
the cleaner shots, but I felt like Fulton got outworked and almost fell to the ground 3 times. So it's like I think if Figueroa placed his punches better, he could have won that fight. Um, uh, and I think he's gonna be in for a long night against Inoue, to be honest. And then Inoue will be a 4 division world champion.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to all the fights that we got this month, man. So yeah, man. I probably go ahead and close this one out, man.
Yeah, I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, hour and 35 minutes strong, man. We appreciate everybody tuned in, from the beginning to the end.
Oh, Johnny Boy saying something real quick.
All
You
right,
mind?
yeah. All right, let me run through it.
Uh,
He says, "What do you guys think of Regis, man? His footwork is really bad." Hey, let me say this. Let me say this, man. I covered that fight, man. I ain't have nobody in here, man.
I know that's my fault.
I saw Ryan. Hey, only had one person in here the whole time, man. But to me, yeah, that fight was boring, man. But at the same time, what's it? Zoril, whatever his name is, he was just doing a lot of, I wouldn't say running. He was just doing what he had to do to avoid getting caught and everything. But that fight was just boring to me.
That fight I think has the record of the least landed punches.
Yeah, Regis, I'm high on Regis, but he's got to go back to the drawing board, man. Work on some things. Work on cutting off the ring better. It just that fight was just boring, man. That's all I can say, man. Yeah, John Boy, he says laughing. Yeah,
I still like Regis. I would still Regis can't have a runner in front of him, and then he's likely gonna win the fight.
yeah. Yeah, so like I said, man, we'll close it out, man. Hour and 35 minutes strong. You know, like I said, man, appreciate everybody that's right with us. You know, from the beginning to the end. You know, Jared Anderson's first time going a distance in his career. You know, he's got to go back to the drawing board as well, work on some things. You know, especially if he wants a title shot. So we just look forward to see what's going to happen with his career, man. Anything else you want to add before we close it out?
I think I'm good to go.
All right, man. Give him your social media, man. Like
It's
I don't know. I don't know if John Boy's on IG or not. I know he's on Facebook, but I don't know if he's on IG. So like just give him your IG.
It's Chris_G495, and if you follow me, I'll follow you back. And yeah, if yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. You know, I'm on IG's the Legend 3347. You know, Facebook Todd Finney, and like I said, John Boy in here, man. We on a group called Boxing Traffic 101, man. To me, that's the favorite boxing group on Facebook. Let me see what he said. He says, "All right, be safe, guys." His super chat was available. I was sent a few. Laughing out loud. Catch you next time and see you on Boxing Traffic. All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Salute to you for tuning in.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. And like I said, man, you guys, you just witnessed the 25th live coverage on the Indies Corner podcast, man. We out. We'll see y'all again soon.
Good night.